Red One. One of the films released in 2024. Anyway, welcome back to Spoiler Alert, ladies and gentlemen. It's currently 12:48 a.m., but we are back. I know I haven't acknowledged the existence of this series in Lord knows how long at this point, but never the matter. We're here now. And we're starting off with a quick one because today, as I've already said, and as you already know, we are discussing Red One, which is in fact one of the movies released in 2024. Now, this is going to take a lot less time than a traditional review because this kind of movie is the least interesting kind of movie a person can make, and one especially the most uninteresting kind of film one can talk about, because there are these different points in the spectrum of film quality. You have the masterpieces, the brilliant films that you can talk about for months and never get tired, or the egregiously bad ones, which are, at the very least, you hate them so much that you can belt a hell of a lot out about them. But here, this isn't that kind of movie. This is just a movie that exists. It's not great, but it's not awful. It's just kind of there. So, now that I've got that out of the way, it's just kind of a movie that exists. You know, like, I've seen better, I've also seen significantly worse. It's about what you expected from a The Rock Christmas action comedy. So let's start with the good things. I actually didn't mind a good chunk of the supporting cast. Kiernan Shipka as Gryla. I saw the movie 2 days ago and don't remember how to say her name. As the villain, she wasn't bad. The villain herself, the character was bad, but she wasn't. She was decent. J.K. Simmons as Santa Claus, otherwise known by his codename Red One. You know the fucking name of the movie. He wasn't bad either. For being the namesake of the movie, you'd think he would have been in it for more than 10 minutes, but alas, that was 10 more minutes than anyone making this movie deserved. But, you know, again, despite being the titular character, he was in it for all of like 10 minutes. He quite literally slept through the movie. It was not good. And I'll admit, I didn't mind Chris Evans either. Poor man needs a new agent because he has not been in a decent movie in half a decade now. But I suppose better to be in good movies at some point. I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm taking this, but you know, who cares? What else was good? The practical effects on Krampus were really good, actually. Yeah, that's about where my positives end. The bad things. The Rock. He has no emotional range. He's got about as much emotional range as a plank of wood. So, like, they tried to make him and they tried to give his character a decently emotional arc, but it didn't work because The Rock is just big, muscly, strong man. And he's not even, like, entertaining or funny. Like, you have actors like Jim Carrey, or they play the same character in every movie, but at the very least, they're entertaining, they're funny. Dwayne does not have any of that. He is big, strong guy who punches people and is bald. That's every character he ever plays. There's not an ounce of personality to any of them, not an ounce of entertainment value. The only time he's ever really funny is usually just because half of the situations he's in, he shouldn't be in. Like, he himself is not funny. The situation some of his characters end up in, and the fact that he's in them are funny. But this was not one of those instances. This was the instance of he's just there. And even sometimes it's either that or the actors he bounces off of. But Chris Evans is not a crazy as much. Chris Evans is not an overly entertaining actor on his own either. Like, again, I didn't mind him. His entire character was basically an audience stand-in, because for a good 2/3 of the movie, his entire character was, where the fuck am I? Why the fuck am I here? What the hell is going on? Which, same, Chris, same, but still. And returning to the topic of the villain, Rila. So this is we're supposed to think this is a real threat, but she just traps them in, she wants to imprison naughty listers in snow globes. Okay, and she's mass cloning snow globes. Okay, that was it. Okay. And also, during the unnecessarily obnoxious final CGI fight, Krampus's bitch ass rolls back in and is like, my love, because she says crazy X apparently, after he shoots rockets at her, might I add. He doesn't do much of anything. That final fight was really weird. How did they even beat her again? It's been 3 days since I've seen the movie, and I don't remember how they won that fight. How did they win that fight against, like, the giant two-tailed ogre gorilla? Seriously, how did they win that fight? You know, I'm spending way too much time overthinking this, so I'm just going to end this now and spare you all the suffering of hearing me ramble about whatever it is I watched 3 days ago or however long it was. So, I'm just going to end this, and in a few days you'll get an actually decent episode out of this. Goodbye.